ladies, we are very lucky today because we have Balder Strip as our visitor. He is an expert in the personality tool. Should we call it that?
Yeah.
The Enneagram. How do you
The Enneagram.
The Enneagram. It's a little difficult saying it in English, but well, he has written this book, Use Your Enneagram, with his wife Mia, with whom he has the business Core Finder, which is 10, 12 years?
14 years.
14 years now, wow. You have been
consulting,
teaching in the Danish business life about how to use this tool in teamwork and in different kinds
leadership.
of leadership development. And we were very fortunate to meet Balder and Mia at a workshop a while ago. And actually, a lot of things fell into place with our body match. We realized that the Enneagram was the missing piece for us in order to ensure really, really good matches. So not only based on what the eyes apparently sees and how you see yourself and your CV, the past, and how you project into the future, your dreams, your goals in life, but also a deeper understanding of the drivers in life. The most significant thing happening when you set goals and start your movement in order to reaching them is that you need always to get out of your comfort zone. We went a lot into that in the last workshop number 1, when Anna talked about the zone of proximal development, which is the yellow zone, the golden zone, but you should not get out in the red zone where you break your legs and whatever in order to reach the goals. It's always a question of getting out there where you push yourself a little in order to grow and sense the stress a little in order to reach for higher achievements or whatever you're looking for. The beautiful thing about the Enneagram is that it's of course, today it is better, and there are different behavior depending on what type you are in the Enneagram. 9 different types, 9 different ways of behaving when you go out of the comfort zone. It's very nice to know for yourself, but it's also quite nice to know for your body. So why is she suddenly so introvert, and why is she suddenly not talking to me, or why is it what is happening in whatever way? A lot of things can happen when we get stressed out, and it's nice to know. Also, for sometimes you need a little wake-up call maybe, and you're in your blind spot yourself, and then it's nice both to know your own type, behavior, and the behavior of your body. So, let's welcome back.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to meet so many beautiful women that have goals for the business life. So I'm very proud to be here for you. And my wife, I spoke with her yesterday evening just before we got to sleep, and she said, you know it's in English, don't you? I said, no. I really don't. And my English is not very good, so teaching English is actually a big pressure for me. So I hope you will help me when I try to find some words. I will say in Danish, and you will help me to find the correct words. Okay? So I need to make a very quick round in all the 9 types, just very quickly, so you know what's in the 9 types. Okay? And from there we will go into the types that is most of here. We will go through all the types you are here. How your normal stress reaction will be. Yes?
Is there a reason like for the numbers, or is it a random order? I mean, is
There's a reason.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason for everything. The Enneagram can be explained in very many different layers, and I want to start in one of the most primitive ways of thinking in the Enneagram. And the Enneagram is relating to the 3 different parts of our brain. We have the brainstem. There's the first part of the brain that was developed in the history, and it's the most animal-like brain. So the only part that this brain can do is think about: do I need something to eat? Do I need to fly, escape, or do I need to get in bed with? So this part of the brain will primarily dominate those 3 types, and we will get back to how. The next 3 types is the heart types. So those up here is called the body types. So those people here often think with their stomach. When they make decision, they make the decision with the stomach. Does this not feel right, but feel right? Okay? Those people down here, the heart types, it's the heart type, so therefore we make a red heart. They are primarily into the limbic part of your brain, the part of the brain where you can feel, where you can sense, where you think about what is other people thinking about you. So that's the image types. It's more important for those types here how other people look at you. So if I can feel the heart right now, you know. I'm standing here trying to speak English. So everybody have a heart, even me, even though I'm actually from this part of the group. So we have all 3 centers, all 3 brains. The last brain is the frontal part, the last brain that only people have, a human being has. No animal have this part of the brain. This part of the brain is the part where you can think out in the future, think about how we can do things differently. So it's the part of the brain that makes it possible for us to stay inside a big house not in a
cave.
In a cave, yeah. But it's also this part of the brain that make us anxious, make it possible for. How many of you have children? Okay, so can you be a little bit anxious on your children's ways? Could there be something wrong, and maybe they will be hurt in some way? Yeah, and we think about a lot of that. But the most of those thoughts never happen. Okay, so this part of the brain also make us suffer a bit because we concern about a lot of things that's never happening. So we have all 9 types have all 3 parts of the brain. The 8 is, and that's why I'm starting with the type 8. The 8 is it's the Enneagram type that is very outgoing. it's very confronting. You always know where you have the type 8 because they tell you where they are, what they feel and what they mean. And if they change their opinion, you will know it. They will tell you, now I mean this, now I mean this. So it's not that it's like the same way all the 6 weeks or all the 6 months. Or so if you are staying together with an I8 in a body system or in another system, you will always know where you have them. Okay, and that's very easy to go around with. I'm a 9. The 9 is in many ways in the opposite way. They are always looking for what could, which solution could I come in with so everybody else will be happy. So I don't try to state my own feeling. Often I don't actually know what I'm feeling. Okay? It's not only because I'm a man. The type 1 is called the perfectionist. Because for them it's very important to know what to do, in which order, and I need systems. When I have the systems in front of me, then I can see things in the big picture. It's very difficult for one to see in the big picture unless they have all the details. The type 2 is the first of the hard types. Type 2, and there's no one of those in here, probably. The type 2 is using the most of their life looking at other people to find out what is their needs and trying to satisfy that in other people. Okay? So it's a little bit funny that's no 2s here, because they are not so egoistic that they are thinking on their own and their own education and their own business life. So it's not wondering, it's not so many 2s that will go that direction. They will more go into healthcare, or they will go into a situation where they back somebody else up. Yeah, and you want to be in front.
Right.
Yeah. The 3 is a hard type. There's not a hard type. So the 3 actually really want to follow their own heart, but that's not the way they actually They act. They act more of what would be most, what will give most recognition, what will be most, what will give me most stars on the shoulders, or business card. Yeah. So it's very important for 3s how other people look at them. Okay. So I follow the goals I can see is important, not only for me, but for the society or the company I'm working for. And it's easy for 3s to follow goals. And it's easy for 3 to, if there's 5 goals to reach, it's very easy for the 3s to put them in the right order. So I take the one that's giving most point first, and then the next one. And those that's putting down is often those who actually mean most sense for the 3 themselves. So they put themselves and their own feelings in the end of the day, and all the things they try to reach in the day makes their feelings push to tomorrow. And tomorrow they do the same. Okay? So you can already now see, if you are a body with a 3, you need to ask them sometimes, so are you actually following your heart? Or are you just following some goals? Yeah? The 4 is the type in the Enneagram that actually is following their own heart mostly. And a little bit like the 8s, you will always know how they, not what they mean, but what they feel. And a day is good when I have been very happy and very sad. So the feelings is often going up and down. And the most important thing is to be true to my own feelings, also in a relationship with others. So if everybody showed their own feelings, it would be much easier to be together. It's one of the things the forces are trying to live their life after. The 5 is the most introverted type in the Enneagram. Is very expert-oriented, trying to be expert in some areas. They are very knowledgeable. They use their head primarily to suck down wisdom, trying to understand how things actually is working. As small children, when they have a play some tools, toys. They find out, say, pling, 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 and then how is that saying so? And then they put it away and find out what is the small things that's doing that sound. And then they're not good enough to put it together again. So they split things apart before they actually can get it together. But they really try to get down in details. The type 6 is the type that's always thinking about we need balance. We need balance in the life. So if somebody says something, I need as a 6 to say, could it be like this, or like this, or like this? So if everybody here is very positive, the 6 will say, that's a little bit naive. Yeah. So the 6 will almost always take another position, not because they want to be against it, but because they want us to look into the real world and not be naive.
Can we say they're rational, most rational?
They will actually say that, yes, but they are not.
No.
They are the less. They are in the center of the head types. As the 3 is the center of the heart types, they are actually not a heart type.
So could it be what we say, djævelens
yeah. I don't know how to translate that. Devil's advocate, yeah. The type 7 is the type that always wants some fun. The life should be fun, try to experience something new. They're very oriented to the future, what could be fun happening out there, somewhere. And always setting goals. Like the 3, they set as many goals as the 3, maybe many more, but they don't reach many of them. Oh, this could be really fun. And then it's for the 7 it's like, now I have been here in the brain, so why do it in the real life? Yeah. So they throw up ideas like this, and a lot of them fall down, and they don't care. And if somebody take one of the balls, they say, very, very fine, that's very good. I like my ideas to be but I don't need to follow myself. Okay, so now we have the 9 types.
Can you please repeat type 9? I didn't get that.
Oh, I understand. It's a very boring type. The thing that's most important for them is that it needs to be calm, cozy. It has to be cozy. There has to be space for everybody.
Harmonic types.
Harmonic. Yeah. Very harmonic. Sometimes I use too much time to find out how to get the conflict not solved. Yeah, it's more like I'm dripping some drops on the water so it's falling down. And what's then happening? The real conflict is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I don't actually take care of the conflicts. Yeah.
So it's not the solution finder?
No.
Mediator.
No.
So, okay.
I'm very good to find solution for other people.
But not
So,
yourself.
I always understand why you think as you think and why you think as you think, And then instead of finding out what I think, I try to find the solution that makes you happy. Yeah. So you never so you never know where you have me.
But that's the same also for the 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
They try to make other people happy.
Yeah, in some ways, yes. Yeah, we won't go that deep into the 2s and 3s right now. So, what's very interesting and why I needed to go all those types through is that we have a lot of 8s here. Okay, how many is 8s? Let's see. Okay, when 8s, thank you. When 8s get stressed, not because they have too many work tasks, but when they get stressed on their personality, they actually take some of the bad behaviors from the type 5. And the type 5 is an introverted type. So if I'm not feeling strong as an 8, or I'm feeling that I could feel vulnerable, if I talk about this topic, I will not talk about it. I will try to. So I will don't answer the phone. Don't want to speak about this. I want to feel strong before I talk about it. Okay. So in new situation, as you will probably come in this body setup, you're set here because you want to press yourself out to the limit, in the good limit. But if you have a 8 body, you will sometimes see them withdraw, and that's not because they want to be rude. It's because they start to feel vulnerable, and then you really have to be there for them. Does that make sense for the 8s?
No.
Okay. No, you don't want to speak about that?
No, that's not how I like to talk actually.
Okay.
That's another thing.
So, but let me say something more then, because the type 8, for the type it is very important to feel strong, and it's important that other people see you as strong. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you wonder if people see you as strong, what's happening then?
Recognition, acceptance. It's easier to implement your goals or take the lead on the team and implement it.
Yes.
They get inspired.
Inspiration, probably it will be.
What's happening with the type 8 when they are in wonder of, is I'm actually strong? They are turning up for the strongness, so they will be more powerful, they will push more, they will look like they want to fight.
No.
Yes.
No.
And if that's not working, they withdraw.
Now I understand. So
They go home to try to reorganize their troops, and then they will come back ready to. And then when they come back, they will come back like this. I can tell you, it was so hard for me. I had a very, very hard period. And do you feel like have been hurt? Mm-hmm. No. So when you speak about your vulnerability, you will speak about it as a strong woman or man. So people often misunderstand you. So you try to speak. You speak about the feelings, and you use the word I'm vulnerable, I'm sad, but what is coming out is anger. Okay. Does that fit better?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But we can discuss it. Now it's really better.
I have to carry.
That was a strong woman talking. So could you say that you have a first?
You should never give up.
You have a first defense mechanism.
And you have, and if it doesn't work, then you have a second defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I can say a lot more about that.
Yes.
But not now, because then we don't have the time.
Yeah.
But the first thing you do is you turn up for your own pattern. The 8 pattern is, if I'm not feeling strong, I have to look strong, and I have to express me as a strong one. And if that doesn't work, I have to withdraw. And then they have a lot of other defense.
Now I understand why I always wanted a military career, but I never did. And I really did.
The type 1. There's some type 1s. Can I just see who is the type 1? Only one? Perfect one? When the one is getting stressed, they in their normal life they are very good to control their own feelings. I have feelings. I can be anxious. I can be nervous. I can be happy. I can be angry. Every feelings, but I manage to go out in the normal life to act in a proper way, and even if it's like this inside. When I'm getting stressed, I'm using more energy on being perfect, and when that doesn't work, it's like taking off the lid, and then it will be very dramatic inside anyway. So if I could make this small fault, I don't think I can anything. But it's very good for the ones to get out with their feelings. Otherwise, there will be like and then. So, and then we have our 2s. We have a lot of 3s. Yeah. Can we look at the 3s? Okay. So, that's very good. And the 3s, when they are getting stressed, and they often get stressed if they don't manage to do the work they put them ahead. So if I want to make those 5 tasks and I only get 3 of them, I'm getting a little bit stressed. And then I just turn up for my work tempo, sleep a little bit less, put the quality a little bit down, because then I can work faster. Just work a little bit faster, a little bit longer, I sleep a little bit less, and that's the way we, as a 3, really manage to make a lot of things and reach a lot of goals. And we say to ourselves, when I get these goals, then I will really enjoy
the life.
But just before I get the goal, there's a new one coming. Oh, this could yeah. And if they not manage to, over time, not getting their goals, they would take one of the baddest things from the 9, and that's I can't prioritize. It's I'm losing my sense of what's really important. So I can find myself sitting playing some idiotic computer game,
Yes.
I don't know if the most important is to tell my boss something, or call my girlfriend, or walk with my dog. I don't know what's important. That's very frustrating for the 3. It's normally just making the tasks. When the 3 is at a normal place where everything is very good, when they wake up in the morning, they will not do this in written, but in their mind. The task will be put up like this, and they love this. Yes.
We do.
Yes. Yes.
No, I haven't do it.
What?
Yes, I do it in the morning when I come to work. I have this to-do list.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This about
Yeah.
a lot of people work and has to become a lot of tasks and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Is that something we more or less all do? This one.
Yeah, but
But it's not important for I don't think it's not important for me to have it to do it first. where I can check mark everything every morning.
You don't get this feeling.
No.
Yes, I made one more of those. The 3 does.
Yeah, but we do.
But the 3s that's getting stressed, they actually start doing those tasks on the paper, so they can see it. In a very healthy level, they don't even need to do the task, the list on
And the reason
paper.
why they need to have this view because they are putting themselves in too many goals.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then you prioritize.
Yes,
And then you prioritize. It's a very good way to do it.
So Claudio will be good for all 3s?
The reason why they start to play stupid games is that they start up in their heads to say, what should I prioritize?
I need to go to some other
I need
space
to
just
go,
to
to think what
myself.
should I prioritize
just
now.
sitting on the TV.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you didn't link 3 to other role in the, are
No.
they
No.
to 9? Okay.
And of course you can think about that, why I'm not doing that, but we will not have the time for it now. But when you, as more good you feel, as more contact you get to your security points, we called it in the Enneagram. And that's the other way, it's against the arrow. The arrow shows which direction you go to when you're getting stressed. The 4,
That is sex. For
Yeah.
security, for
yes,
No, it's 9.
no, the stress point is 9.
Yeah, 9 and security.
So when the 4 is getting stressed, the 4 is in complete contact with their own feeling. When they get stressed, they lose contact to their own feeling. And that's what the 2 is masters of. Not be in myself, but be in others. So they are not being more helpful, the 4s, when they got up here, but they often ask, how could I, if you were in my position, how would you do? And then we used to think, oh, that's very nice that you ask me. I want to give you a very good solution. And then I try to give me my best solution, and the 4 will say, no, not exactly.
Oh, I know those.
So you actually help the 4s to get in contact with themselves again, even though they don't use your advice. Okay, so tell them anything. Doesn't matter. It won't matter at all.
Here.
Is it not
Do we have any 4s here?
Yeah, we have Eva. Yeah.
But what if you're really, because I would consider you're really close to there are 2 that totally peaks on you.
Yeah.
Your scale are like 4 and 8 are like so close together.
4 and 8 is the same type, turned around.
Okay.
So the 8 have the strongness outside and the vulnerability inside, and they think if other people find out how I'm actually feeling, they will like the animal. I will be shut out of the udelukket af flokken. Excluded from the crew of community. Yeah. The 4s have the vulnerability outside and the strongness inside, and they think if other people find out how strong I actually am, I won't get the attention I'm needed. So we often can hear the 4s when they speak, the sound go a little bit up in them. And that's a way to pull out their feelings outside. The feeling center is connected to the respiratorisk. So often we can hear the 4's sound is going up. Yeah. And a lot of age actually hate that because it's vulnerability. And then hate to see vulnerability in themselves and others. Yeah. Do we have some? We have some sevens. That's good. We also have the 6. Yeah. So that's very interesting with the 6 actually, because the 6 is they normally always want some more time to think through if this is the right decision to make. But when they get stressed, they actually act and just end tasks, and afterwards they go back and say, oh, it was more, I think I was a little bit lucky. It would, I really would like if I had one more week to think about if this was the right solution. And it's okay, it ended up good, and I get recognition for it. So 6s actually often have a good, especially in their work life, a good relationship to their stress point. Because it's in the stress points they actually get things done. They get recognition for that, and therefore they also like it. And the 7s are, when they get stressed, they go from everything is possible. So when I make a new project, I think, oh, I could do like this and this and this, and then suddenly there's a deadline. You know what the deadline is? And then they go from a view like this, everything is possible, to, oh my God, it's on black paper, that's not good. And then they are going down to some very specific, på dansk siger vi, de kommer til at flueknippe tingene, men hvad siger du det på engelsk? Really getting into some detail, and they hate them for the, it's like they can't see anything else, that if we don't get this mess out of this paper, I will never finish. So they will stop themselves in actually ending up the task, because they end up doing some very nitty-gritty thing. Do you recognize that? A little bit? Yeah? You hate it? So they go from everything is possible to we need to do this in this way, and they be a little bit sarcastic, and can be, here they're very happy, outgoing, and they change from da 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 to...
That's true.
Yeah.
Are ones also sarcastic, is that what you say?
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
But my question was really that, so the 2 lines, one line is saying when you get stressed,
yes,
you go down or whichever way.
And I want to actually put another word on it than stress. Yeah. When I'm feeling pressed, pressed on my personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other
the
line
other direction is when you're feeling really well.
Okay.
And you get recognized for your good sense of order.
Yeah.
Good, and then you get contact to the good side of the 7.
Yeah.
Do you drink?
I'm not an alcoholic.
No, but when you drink, you're actually getting very funny. Yeah?
Yeah.
So when ones get to the Christmas party or the holiday or something like that, they get much more in contact with their impulsivity. Yeah. But when they're home here, they want things to be in a right order, and they follow the correct way, because that's the most efficient way to do it. Yes? So that was a short round and stress security point for...
Unfortunately, this is all we have the time for in this workshop.
But you can look more into the papers, and we will give you some guidelines how to work with each other. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it possible
When
to
I was
ask a quick question?
Yes, of course.
I was wondering, are there any of the types that goes better together than others, and are there types that you do not match? Personally in your home life and also in business?
Yes.
It seems that we are not super much.
There's some types that are normally getting very good together. 3s and H are often going good together, because they are both goal-oriented, but there can also be some twist between them. And
which type? Can we repeat that?
3 and 8, for example, works very good together. 8 and 7 works good together. 3 and 8 works good together, because there's some similarity to them.
What about 6 and 7?
That we are.
Yeah? Oh, that's very bad.
What time it is?
What about
not a good.
Uh,
But this is a personal test. It's
Yeah.
not business test.
No.
So it's based on your personality,
it's based on your psychological
understanding of yourself.
and your psychological motivation behind your behavior. So
Can my husband take this test?
Yes, you can send it to him. Yeah, you actually have access.
you can actually send out free
It's too late now.
mini tests to your husband.
But 8 and 8 can't work together, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's a completely misunderstood. It's easy to make that assumption, but 8s working together have like a connection to each other. So if one 8 says, "I'm doing this," the other 8 thinks, "Okay, if you say so, I trust you completely."
Yeah.
But
So-
if I, as a 9, says, "Oh, I can take this task," the 8 says, "Are you sure?"
But the 8 and the 4s, there's a conflict between them.
There's a conflict between them, and there's also they hate each other
Yes.
or they love each other.
So when you're both 4 and 8 in yourself?
Yeah,
Bad luck. New test.
therapy.
test.
7 years of therapy. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.